Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mech Merlin, the show where all the keyboard magic happens. Good evening, everyone. I see a Willis, Nbessa, Wind Captain, Jayza, Busy Timmy, Bruce, She, Digital FXX, Noah Craze. Who else is here? There we go. And Avo. Yeah, thanks, guys, for joining in. Usually, I don't stream on Thursday nights, but since this is a build from a vendor, and the group buy is ending really, really quick. I'm trying to squeeze in as many builds as I can before things end. So yeah, tonight, as you guys can see from the stream title, I am building the Nixkeyboards Day Off 60. But here, let's talk about it really quick. This is from Nixkeyboards. This is a 60% keyboard with added left side macros and an encoder knob. A relatively expensive board, $410, and you have your choice between smoke, white, blue, cherry, and crushed orchid. You have the same color options for the knob. You have an aluminum or brass plate, and you can choose between solderable and hot swap. Of course, there are additional fees for those upgrades. But yeah, just to give you guys a good idea of what it looks like right there. I'd say it's a fairly good looking board. The mountain. Oh yeah, it's called the Day Off 60. Is it because it's inspired by going hiking on your day off? And that's why there's mountains. See that? Look at all that. The other specs included are it is built weight 3.5 pounds, 5.5 degree typing angle, gasket mount keyboard, QMK and VIA support. And these are the layouts offered. So yeah, so unfortunately my unit is not a production grade sample. It's actually been passed around a lot, but it is I'd say a prototype of sorts. Here, let me just pull up all the notes that Shroby told me. Here we go. Basically, all A-stock boards will not have runs or dings in the paint. Okay, so I'm assuming mine will have dings and stuff. And knobs are a bit dinged up because we weren't really planning on getting on a stream. There we go. So yeah, keep in mind as I unbox this is pretty much just going to be an engineering sample of sorts. As you guys can see, I literally just picked this up from the mail. Oh boy. Your bank account balance is in ornamented coins. I can't use that. Wizard doubloons. This is the UPS guys packing jobs. Oh, Shroby. Hey guys, Shroby is the proprietor of Nixkeyboards. So yeah, thanks for joining in, Shroby. I'm glad you found the time. This is quite the Shroby. Just wanted to make sure. When you guys ship the production sample, you guys will have a. This will not be the case, right? Oh boy. Wow. Okay. Whew. There it is. It'll be way, way better. Awesome. Good to hear. Okay, I'm assuming this is the PCB. These are the plates. And possibly another PCB. Let's go look at this guy. Let's go look at it. There we go. Do that. This is the Day Off 60 in blue. I believe it's called Robin's Egg Blue. Very nice. I quite like it actually. And there's the weight right there. I've been told that this weight has many fingerprints. Some of these are apiaries, I believe. All of the streamers who have come before me have placed their fingerprints on this, so I shall do the same. Congratulations, Shroby. This board is now worth like $5,000. Send it to Teha, and Teha will make it like 20K. But yeah, let's see. So you guys are looking at this and are like, that doesn't look like any anodization I know of. That's because it's Cerakote. Guys, Cerakote is a very sturdy, very sturdy coating process. Here in the United States, it's used quite predominantly for firearms. So yeah. Everything's going straight on the shelf. Nice. Now, will the production weight be coded? Let's see, there's like, you mean like PVD coded? Yeah, this looks really good. This looks pretty good. Nice, and as you guys can see, he's got a C3 daughter board in there. He doesn't actually specify which IO3 daughter board he's got, but from the looks of the components on it, this is the latest edition. This is the C3 daughter board. Let's take a look at these PCBs here. Okay, so one of them has the encoder knob already jutting out, so I'm gonna assume this is the hot swap one, because tonight's build is going to be hot swap. There we go. Yep, it's hot swap. I saw the sockets. There we go. It looks like there's stabilizers on it already. Dang, doing my job here, man. But yeah, thank you. That does speed things up a bit. These look to be Durock V2s. Nice, very cool. Nixkeyboards. You know, when I first saw this PCB, I immediately thought of the Volcano 660. Simply because he had a very similar design as well. There we go, there's a reset button on the back right there. And what microcontroller is he using? He's using an Atmega32U4. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. No in-switch lighting, no underglow of any type. And actually, these are not Kale hot swaps, these are Gateron hot swaps. Interesting. At this point, I do not know if Kale or Gateron hot swaps are better. But I think Gaterons are slightly cheaper. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. See, I'm assuming this is the soldered variant, so we won't bother opening up that one. Should be all the same. Yeah, looks about the same. Let's go look at the plates. Let's see. Defreet says, very excited for this one. I'm in on the gray one. There we go. Here is the aluminum plate right here. If it looks kind of scuffed, please refer to what I said earlier. This is just a prototype sample. So in fact, Stroby's words to me are, the plate you have is a prototype plate and has some things that will be changed for production. Split space will be flipped from what it is on the plate you have. Let's see. What else is here? Spacebar stab cutouts might be a bit tight. I filed them on this plate a bit. Okay. This was a quick proto plate from Senkutsen. We will not be getting the final plate from them. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Alright. Let's do this. Can you do a front flip? No, because I have a messed up front. Yeah, I actually have a, you know, I have, like, my back is kind of bent wrong. I think it's like in the middle of my back, it's bent 15 degrees to the left. So I habitually have to go in for chiropractic adjustments and for a monthly massage. Are Tangis filmed? I don't know. No, they're, oh, actually, yes, they are. They are filmed. But not a barrel roll. Just gonna ask me all these acrobatic tricks. Like, don't forget, I am a wizard. I'm not a rogue. I do not have those in my stats, guys. And I'm not gonna re-roll this character. A Laren roll? I have no idea what that is. Hold on, let me just grab a... add a cover here. He can levitate. Yes, I can levitate. In fact, I'm levitating right now. You just can't see it. Can you make a Switch disappear? Yes, I can, but my greatest trick is making $100 disappear. I challenge you to send me $100 and watch me make it disappear in front of your very eyes. You know, it's funny because when I was a child, maybe like elementary school or something, I used to be really like into magic tricks. It kind of like lost interest when I was in middle school, but as an elementary school student, I absolutely just like tried to, what do you call it? Like every time you walk into like Barnes and Noble and stuff, which is like a bookstore here in the United States, they've got like these random like magic trick books that you can just buy and check them out. Like it's like I used to do that all the time. And some of them even came with the props. I know. Maybe I was discouraged as a child because like imagine going up to your parents, when I grow up, I want to be a magician. Where's the money in that? DeFreed says, I would, but mine just vanished on this board. Quinn says, can it be five $20 bills? Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Any way you want it. The Phantasma. Yes, the Phantasma Magic Kits. Believe it or not, we had those in Taiwan. Is that PCB split spacebar compat? Yes, it is. Check it out. See? They've got extra hot swap sockets to accommodate for that. Yeah, I think this is like one of the few ways that you can make extra layouts available on a hot swap board. Yeah, don't see that in hot swap very often. Indeed. Or like sometimes you see boards that it's like the hot swap sockets, but they only have one of the options soldered in. No, that's like another way to do it. But even that is not super common. I'm about to order some sockets. Nice. Yeah, these are Gateron sockets. Probably like the only, it's probably only like the second board that I've ever seen it on. Does anyone know what the difference is between the KL and Gateron sockets are other than price? Like, do they have different tolerances? I know that they're different shaped, but you know, other than that, I don't really know too much about them. Whew, he gave me the exact number of switches. They both fit the same slots. Yep. I would hope so. No performance difference based on what I've seen. All right. There we go. That's it right there. It's like I've got the hardware screws right there. We'll hold on to that a bit later. We will grab here. I believe that's the daughter board connector right there. Okay. Alright. Merlin, taste the Gateron socket. I'm not paid enough to do that. Alright. Case. Let's grab that case. Here it is. Very pretty. So you have a prize. Sure. It is the Nixkeyboards. Okay. Let's see, I've been told gaskets are already in place, and that is correct. I can see the gaskets, and that's good. Kawaii says, subscribe to Tier 1. There we go. Thank you very much. Subscribe for 7 months, currently on a 7-month streak. Dude, thank you. See, Jesus says, Merlin, are you the last streamer to get this, or will you send it to another? I believe I am the last streamer to get this. But if Shubi wants me to send it to another streamer, I will gladly oblige, since there are quite a few other streamers here in Seattle, Washington. You know? Camel Leopard says, nice finish. It's actually a nice Cerakote. A Robin's Egg Cerakote. I'm glad to see many more keyboards coming in Cerakote finish. I don't necessarily think it's like better, you know, but it is a cool option to have. And yes, it is $410. It's quite the pricey keyboard. Who else is in Washington? Quakums of Top Clack fame, DD Decline, I believe as well. There's a couple other smaller keyboard streamers here as well, and Bad Seed Tech is here apparently. Bad Seed Tech, who else? Quite a few. Oh, let's see, who else? Trying to think of who else might be here. Yeah, there's like quite a few. Oh, Lena is here too, actually. Lena is here. Yeah, so if Shobi wants me to pass it around, I sure can. Gazu has Cerakote equipment and has been wanting to Cerakote some stuff for me. Oh, dude! That's really cool. Best national park in Washington. Unfortunately, I am not much of a, you know, go to the parks kind of person. I'm not the best person until I ask that. Is that a GMMK Pro on my table? Yes, it is. It is the only other encoder knob board that I have, so I wanted to use it as a comparison. Kerbal shot me a PM. What secrets are you divulging to me? Okay, we can chat after the stream. BS Flatlines has my caps lock and left controller inverted. That sounds like boot magic. If you Google boot magic, it should give you a list of the different keys that you can press to get what you want. There we know. There we go. Cool. Okay. Which way does it go in? Perfect. Let's go. Knob screw is in the blue knob. Ah, okay. I'll keep that in mind. Let's see. You know what? It might be... No, actually, no, that's fine. That's fine. I should be able to screw it in without... There it is. I can screw it in first. So inverting them in VIA will do the trick temporarily, but you really need to execute the boot magic codes. Otherwise you'll be stuck with this again in the very near future. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So I can already see some issues with this plate, this prototype plate. It seems a little bit bent on the corners. It's not laying completely flat against the gaskets. But yeah, good thing this is just a prototype. It's not the real deal. Does that PCB allow arrow keys? You can really make any key an arrow key, but if you're talking about like the standard arrow keys, like what's on a 75%, then no. There we go. All right, let's screw it together and put some keycaps on. Surefoe says, is it worth buying lavenders when I already have mauves? I would say yes. I would say yes. And hopefully it's in stock on Canon Keys, because that's my affiliate link. But yeah, mauve, so keep in mind, mauve is basically a heavier alpaca. So it's a polycarbonate top and nylon bottom, which will be a more clackier sounding switch, whereas a lavender switch is both nylon top and nylon bottom. Okay. One thing I'm noticing about this board is that it doesn't seal as easily as other that I've seen that follow the same mechanism here. Which makes me understand why all the screws were super tight to begin with. Whew. Yeah, this is... The final version will have a bit longer screws so it's easier. Yeah. I was wondering why this was like super tight. I was like, what? Why did he screw the screws in so tight? It's because it doesn't line up properly. So yeah, here we go. I basically just use some 205G0 on like every one of my switches, but of course I apply different amounts to each switch. And I still feel I can move it a little bit more to the right. There we go, that's better. That's better. That feels better too. Feels much better. Hope to make it back in time. Sound test is probably another, what, 10 to 15 minutes away? Hopefully. We'll see. And that doesn't really tighten very well, does it? Okay. There we go. There we go. That feels good. All right, let's go put keycaps on. Let's put keycaps on, and then we can do a quick typing test. Bushi says, what? Does the knob have like notches, or is it fully smooth? There are very tiny notches I can feel. But for the most part, they compared with the GMK one, or sorry, the GMMK Pro, the notches for the GMMK Pro are a lot more pronounced than this one. This one's a very subtle one. Be sending a wrench for everyone. Nice, awesome. Yeah, not everyone has a DIY iFixit kit. Is that the GMMK Pro? Yes, it is. Oh wow, that's a lot of flex. Yeah, no one's guessed what key set this is yet. Did I mod the GMMK Pro? All it's got is a polycarb plate, but everything else is stock. I'm trying to finish up like a review for it, so you know. Hyperfuse. It's awfully similar to Hyperfuse, but it's not. Maybe once I put the all the novelties on, people will guess. And with that said, let me take out the enter key and replace it with a good novelty. Can I show an up close of the purple knob? There it is. Right there. Is it modern Dolce Light? Nope. Miku? I don't know what that set is actually. But here, just to narrow things down, it is not GMK. Yeah, let's do double control here, I guess. Double control. And then for the macro keys, I guess I can just use the novelties right here. May not be exactly profile correct, but they're cute. They are cute, so we'll do them. There we go. There we go. There it is, guys. This is a Nixkeyboards Day Off 60 with the JTK Photo Studio on it. Got So far it's been a fairly easy build. Special thanks to Shobi for putting in all the gaskets for me, putting in all the stabilizers. Really just had to assemble the board. That looks like I may need to screw it in a little tighter. Sorry. JJ said, looks great. I know, right? Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Alright, okay. Let's go plug it in. We'll do a typing test. Here. Let's get rid of the GMMK Pro. There we go. Lots of blue tonight. Ah, there is no delete key. Shoots. Okay. Crap. Oh well. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Let's do a typing test. Let me turn off my music real quick here. There we go. Actually, let's just pause it so I'm not turning it off completely. Pause. There we go. And then we'll turn off crisp. Does the rotary encoder have tactile clicks? Yes, it does, but it's very subtle. Even the GMMK Pro has a more pronounced feel. There we go. Let's do this. So these are Tangerine 62G lubed and filmed. Let's see how this goes. I think that sounds pretty darn good. That sounds really darn good. Dang. Wow. Okay. Awesome. That caught me by surprise, actually. That sounds really good. That sounds so good, I want to do another typing test. There you go. That is... wow. I am very impressed with the sound. Let's see. Johnny Farva says, dude, I'm so glad I picked one up. Fanatic says, how is the flex? The flex is actually really good. This is the kind of flex that I'm looking for in a board. Yeah, I've been noticing that, like, you know, especially with gasket mounts that are done like this. I believe this is called the isolated gasket mount. Sometimes when you go with a plastic plate, it tends to sound a little too muted. But yeah, this feels so good to me. This feels really darn good to me. But quick impressions, this is just a prototype unit, so there are quite a few quirks that are annoying. For example, the plate here seems a little warped. causing my pipe key to bend over a little bit, so when I press it down, it stays down. You know, stuff like that. You need to exert a bit more force in order to close both halves together, just because the screws aren't that long. So I know this board is $410. It's kind of more on the expensive side. However, I think the feel and the sound absolutely justifies it. My main qualm with it, though, is that I know Cerakoting is more of a quote-unquote higher end coating because it's super durable and stuff, but at the same time it looks like paint to me, right? It looks like paint. It doesn't, like, when you look at it, it almost looks like a really good paint job. And it's kind of like, for $410, I kind of expect a little bit of that metallic shine on my board, you know? I kind of wish that this would have been anodized rather than Cerakoted. And coincidentally, I think if it was anodized, it might have been cheaper as well. Maybe around the $380 range instead. Let's see, I really like the fact that he has chosen to go with a daughter board right here. It's this little daughter board right here, which has several protections on it. It's got ESD over voltage over current, and in the rare instance that you break off your USB port because you didn't unplug it properly, buying the part is only $10 as opposed to buying an entire new PCB and redoing your build. Right, so it's a lot cheaper that way. What else can I say about it? It's in terms of the layout, I've been a long time 60% user. In fact, when I first joined this hobby, I started off with a TKL for like a month, and then I rapidly dropped down to a 60 and used a 60 between 2015 and 2017. So this is a layout that works very well for me. Still don't know what I do with these macro keys right here. I'd probably just, I don't know, I'm a software engineer as my day job, so maybe I could do like maybe some Git macros, or who knows. But yeah, overall this is a very, very good impression to me. Like, despite its prototype nature and me being, you know, there's quite a few things that, like, if I paid $410 for this board right now, I would actually feel ripped off. Like, the way that this is built right now and all the little issues with it, this is more like a $200 something board. But I'm pretty sure that by the time it gets to the actual production unit, it will definitely feel like $410. Yeah, overall this has been a very good impression, and Shobi, I am so glad that I actually reached out to you and was like, hey, can I try building one for you guys? And yeah, this is a very good experience. If I had the money, if I had the budget this month, this is probably the board I would go for. Arsenal says, I was completely uninterested in this board 2 hours ago, and now I've got one in my cart. What did you expect? Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. But I think if you buy this, you'll be very, very happy. Like, honestly, it's not the nicest looking board. Like, if you look at this, there's nothing groundbreaking in terms of aesthetics, right? Like, the nicest thing aesthetically speaking, in my opinion, is the design on the PCB, which you can't see, and also the design on the back weight, which you also cannot see once you're actually typing, right? It's not groundbreaking in that regard. But yeah, it's like the only really bad the only bad thing I can say about this board at this point is that I still think for $410 is a little too expensive. Let's see, Johnny Farver says there's beauty in simplicity. Exactly. So, you know, I may not find it particularly attractive, but if you find it to be like the cat's meow, the best board you've ever seen, then more power to you, right? Maybe 420 is worth it to you, but for me, 420 is a little too expensive. How about compared to your 7B? The 7B so far is my favorite board. Right now, I love typing on that thing here. Let, let me just pull it out. This guy is my current baby right here. I love this guy so much. Like, he doesn't sound the best, but he feels really good to me. He feels really good to me, and it's just like, you know, it's not always, it's like, I feel like this board for me has the perfect combination of sound, feel, looks, and layout. Like, none of them are particularly like predominant over each other. This just feels like a very good quality, even keeled board. Whereas I would describe this, the Day Off, more as a, you know, it feels and sounds really good, but it doesn't look good to me, and it's not really a layout that I'm completely comfortable using. You know? Whereas this one's literally has had everything that I've wanted in a board. Here, I will end this stream with another typing test so you guys can hear the beauty of how good this board sounds. Doesn't that just sound absolutely wonderful? Alright guys, I think it's time to end the stream. Once again, this was the Nixkeyboards Day Off 60 built with an aluminum plate and lubed and filmed tangerine switches. This board retails for $420, and my quick TLDR review is that it sounds good, feels good, but I still think that $420 is a little too expensive. There we go. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Well, I guess it's almost a weekend at this point, so have a great weekend, everyone, and I will see you on my next stream, which is this Saturday. Alright guys, have a good night, and I'll catch you when I catch you. Goodbye everyone!